And we're live again.
Hello.
Hello,
Yay!
hello. Time to figure out what the
Goblin
hell's
Gang
going
about to
on.
finish.
It's the final showdown.
Well, don't we have a full nother chapter after this, I thought.
This is chapter 0, so this is a prequel, if you will.
I
It takes
see.
place before chapter 1.
I see, I see.
Oh, I forgot we were on chapter 0. I thought we were on the
Yeah.
final one.
Almost. I don't know if this is the same length as a regular chapter or not, but I guess we'll find out.
It's super short.
Okay.
It's just
It's not.
cutscenes.
But it's very important.
Ooh, okay. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. I'm assuming this is Hajime, because he had a
Yes.
whole monologue
Well,
beforehand.
yeah, sure.
It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. What? That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent. Now, you said yes to Hajime here, and I get the feeling this isn't Hajime. Detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Hey,
No.
bitch!
Now, just to be clear, that internal monologue was not Nagito. Otherwise, I would have said Cole should read it.
Oh, okay. I
Do
figured it
you
looks like we're...
like chips?
Yeah. On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me.
You look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You like chips, right?
Ships. Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship.
You just realized that now?
You fucking stupid, whoever you are. Is it really that funny?
Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me.
Why are we in like a prison room on a ship? Instantly, I saw his true character. I looked this man in the eyes and I was like, he sucks so bad. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. What?
It was a smell exclusive.
Yeah, he finished? Is that what that was
He-
saying?
It smells like he came in his pants.
Apparently so.
I guess so.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komi. Anyways, lucky me. You didn't see me jerking off earlier. It's been a while since
You were
anyone was
having
willing to talk to me. To share a room with a person like this.
You were having too
Well,
much
why?
fun
It might make me
sticking-
bust in my pants.
Why? It make me smell even stinkier.
Can I tell you guys a very short story that is related to that is going to be
About what?
censored for anonymity, but one of my really good friends from college, who is an innocent being, when he was in high school, apparently, because he's such an innocent being, he had heard the phrase, like, bust a nut, but did not understand, like, what it meant. So he thought it meant, like, when you rip your pants, like, when you bust your pants. So he had to wear, like a special like uniform pants for some sort of like sport thing, and like him and his friends had to, and he like went up to them and was like, God, I feel like I'm gonna bust a nut in these.
Oh no.
So funny.
It's become like a meme.
That's so
I'm gonna bust a
cursed.
nut.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Bustin'.
oh dude, I love that song.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We just started, guys. We can't.
Come on. You know Bustin', right?
Yes, you've sent it to me over Discord, I know.
Perfect. Yep, I'm definitely lucky.
Lucky. Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent.
A boring talent. Huh. Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly.
That's because I have luck as well.
What?
Interesting.
You joking?
I'm sorry, even I possess a talent as boring as luck. So either we have our third lucky student here, or something. Oh shit,
Or
what's
the
his
second
name?
Because
lucky
remember
student.
before, he said he's blessed with talent.
Yeah.
But right now he says, even I possess a talent as boring as luck.
So he has
So I feel like he
more?
wouldn't be talking about it positively if it was just luck, right?
Yeah, probably more than just that, but why can't I? Who is the protagonist again? In Naegi?
Oh, Makoto?
Yeah. So either we're meeting,
Naegi?
yeah, we're meeting the third person who has luck as at least one talent, or Naegi has fallen on some real fucking rough times and has just become an absolute bastard. Yeah.
So isn't that crazy? We've never seen someone with multiple ultimates before.
That's true. That's not typically how Ultimate works.
Possess?
And that
Huh?
would, I guess that would explain why he's like harping on everything being boring, though. Because if you're super talented in everything, nothing is exciting, and except standing on a ship until you turn around and see a man who came in his pants after watching you. I guess.
Had his fingers in his ass.
Yeah.
That's probably what he smelled.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you?
I have to watch this
You're
cutscene.
obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? But that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How'd you end up here?
How boring.
Sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation.
Not you. This world.
Huh?
This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. Uh-oh, this is not a good guy. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring.
Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps... Does this have anything to do with the reason you're here?
Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed.
Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do now that you've ended up like this? There's nothing you can do, right?
Listen well, using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past.
That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair?
Okay, but
So
which
who's he talking
one?
about?
Because is it Junko or is it a different one? 'Cause
Yes.
we've established that there's multiple. Okay.
But how? I mean, they're already...
I have it with
They already
me.
died.
The contribution that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket.
I don't know what you're talking about. Haha, I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you.
Oh no.
Whoa. Do you see that? Remember the
Maybe they kissed?
the oven mitt in
Oh.
his sprite?
Well, he's got painted
Do you recognize that
fingernails.
hand? It's not his
It's
hand.
not his hand.
Bandaged.
Oh,
Look at
is
the
it-
nails. Do you recognize it?
Is it Junko's? I mean, they're painted, but I
It's
don't
he
know.
cut off his hand and sewed Junko's hand on it.
Gross.
This is
Don't
some
like
Metal
that.
Gear Solid bullshit. What the fuck is this? Come
So
on.
the smell of being finished.
Yeah, that's what they
Uh-oh.
were talking about. Not coming in his pants, but like
Okay.
he smelled death on
Death.
him like a rotting corpse.
It could be both. It could be both. Oh, that is disgusting. Dude, what the fuck? You,
Kira be like,
you said Metal
It's
Gear
not
Solid,
Gonna
but
stop there.
you said Metal Gear Solid, but the thing that I instantly thought of was Resident Evil with the Ethan Winters just straight up sticking his hand back on after sloshing some goo on it.
well, it's because it's not after slashing some goo on
He's
it.
made
It's
of
because he's a
mold.
mold man.
I know, but
He's made of mold.
it's a mold.
Yeah, that's the actual plot.
Spoilers.
It's fine. There's
yes.
two people that watch, and one of them may or may not be Katie every now and then, so I don't think it matters. Did we say this
The-
line? I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
We got too sidetracked because we were like, what the fuck is he doing with that hand? And will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? That person I hate so much?
Hate. Then explain your hand.
This?
The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right?
Hee hee.
Sorry, I'm just imagining, like, actually being in this room with Nagito in this moment. Can you imagine if he actually laughed like that? He just goes, just like, like, dude.
Just amazing. I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me.
What? Why? Stop with all of your weird double entendres.
Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I don't know why he's talking like this now.
It's fine. I see. So you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person.
I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know. Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much.
I don't know that you know what hate is.
That's why I took her power. And for that, I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh, that's strange. Huh?
Please don't tell me that her hand is possessing him.
Huh?
No, no.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
He's just fucking insane.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Ah, look out the window. We're finally here.
Is that the island?
You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it?
We're here, boys.
It's exciting. I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there.
What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen.
Huh?
I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead.
What?
Really? I don't really understand, but... Guess you have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. It seemed like we'd get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again?
There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me.
You really don't play along, do you?
Heading to the school trip.
And
So what'd you think about that?
Interesting.
Who was that individual?
Well, I thought it was gonna be Hajime because I'm pretty sure we're evil, but then he was like, I can't participate in this. So I'm like, I don't know.
And he's loved by talent.
He's loved by talent. But I'm just saying, Hajime's clearly upset that he doesn't have a talent, so it wouldn't surprise me if he did something stupid to be like, give me all of the talents. I don't know how that would work, because I don't really understand how talent or ultimates work, I guess, in this world.
Also, keep in mind that was a prequel.
Yeah.
So like that happened before they even arrived to
Oh,
the
yeah.
island, as you see.
Right, but clearly there's some shenanigans here because Nagito never had that hand in our existence on this island.
How do you know that?
Because we've seen his hands in his sprite. He didn't have
Have
it.
you?
Yeah.
What if I told you that his hand was like that the entire time? The entire time that you guys have been on this island.
I would say that that's incorrect from like a visual standpoint because I had to draw Cole as Nagito in a sprite that happens in game where both of his hands are visible.
But did you see Nagito's hand?
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
I don't understand.
But you didn't.
Unless
You did not.
Okay, but
It'll
unless
make
this
sense.
is like a
Don't worry.
Matrix thing, we've talked about this potentially being like a Matrix thing. I have, like, everyone's just hooked up to a weird brain robot. In which
We're all
case,
I
Big
know
boss.
this sounds like gaslighting, but it actually isn't.
I am speaking the truth. His hand was like that the entire time.
all right,
The entire time you've been on this island, his hand has looked like that.
huh? What is this? Oh, it's the door from Full Metal Alchemist. It's a door.
It is.
There's a door.
The
Kirsten
door of
doesn't
truth.
know that yet. It's fine.
Mm.
Huh? A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Probably through the door. I feel like you don't have a lot of choices.
It really does. It's not as effective with the Japanese style door.
Yeah.
It's split open.
Hey, we're back in school! And we have the original game UI, it kind of looks like, from what I remember of it. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why... It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. Please tell me we all go meet up like they did in the first game, and we have to, we're just in the school now. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom, just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Ding dong, bing bong. Oh, we're glitching again.
The fact that it glitches the text is a little infuriating, to be honest.
No, because you're. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not even gonna bother reading that. I'm just gonna listen.
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." But why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? You fool. It was never over. Let's get out of here.
Not over till it's over.
It's never over till it's over. We're in the first game! Except it's glitchy as hell. Even the hallway
Ooh.
doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. Does that mean the first game was set in this weird fake building too, I wonder?
No. So the first one, they were in the actual school,
Okay.
and then they like wandered around. So this is just supposed to be like an homage to that, but
I
clearly
see.
you're not in the actual school because
Right.
everything's glitching out.
At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? I swear I can read. I promise. It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go, and definitely clear things up.
Why'd you only think one of those sentences?
I don't know. He does that a lot. Presumably we can only go through the
I think that's
doors
where he
now.
just came from.
Well, I got distracted. I
A
was
violin.
yeah, sorry. I was like, oh man,
Just
finally a way to walk where we don't look absolutely horrifying, and I got just turned around immediately. This way?
yeah, maybe down this hallway.
Yeah. See, I've never played the first game.
Ooh.
So, I don't actually know the fucking layout of anything. The
I think keep
exit-
going where this yellow is showing. Nope. I do not
Well,
remember.
there's another hallway.
Oh wait, yeah, going right.
There
I
we
was right.
go.
Yeah, the gymnasium. I should have just trusted my gut.
The gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so, I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. And I glitched into the room. I just no-clipped straight through it.
No clip enable, just fly through.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
This is the end. Goodbye,
Chip.
despair.
6? Chipped 6.
I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. Dodgeball. It was a normal gymnasium.
Yo, Hajime.
You heard the announcement come here, too, huh? Ugh, I can't read, I'm sorry.
You guys did too, right? Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said that this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something?
That cannot be possible. You're right. Anyway, you look at it, it's impossible.
Hello, how does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
You.
Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up all this time? What a shock. I just told you, guys. This is Hope's Peak Academy.
There's no way in hell that's true.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyways?
What's left of it? Sorry, I heard a noise and I had to look behind me at my cat jumping headfirst into the litter box. It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin. You were serious about that? I don't believe it. But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that deserved to be ruined for.
What do you mean?
Anyways, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic. Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you do not feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now.
He's talking to you, Carly.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Except I
This
didn't
is
play
bullshit. Just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard? Though I'm not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and...
It means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ancient ruin and the inside of the ruin.
Why?
What do you mean between?
What do you mean made?
Oh my. Are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it is in my nature to provide a little entertainment.
Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
And what is the graduation exam?
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. This is why I am thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
Huh?
We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
You can't do that. The main
Oh.
cast hasn't arrived yet.
Who's the main cast?
Main cast? All the people you killed!
Yeah.
Meaning, you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start reaching the outside, or researching the outside world.
What do you mean?
I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all of the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is going to hate me. So please, rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip.
And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual.
What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
How did we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place?
I don't know that we were ever actually
It's impossible.
on an island.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island.
I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This shot again, but with a different main character. This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so,
Even duly chosen.
Hajime, you're a stupid fucking idiot. You ain't got no talent.
Well, that old man's watching in the background.
Yeah, the highly rendered image of the headmaster that's certainly not going to come into play at all.
Oh, you mean Izuru Kamakura?
Headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
Is that who
Well, he's
was
not he wasn't the headmaster. He was the original headmaster. It was Kirigiri something is
Yeah, her
this
dad.
headmaster.
Yeah. Then he
Oh, yeah,
died immediately.
But he's like the headmaster, you know, the OG.
Head honcho Lannister.
Is it like one of those things where, like, Kamakura was the creepy man who was like, I'm loved by talent, but then he should have been dead if he was the initial headmaster and, like, we're possessed by him or some nonsense. Like,
Do you want me to be completely honest with you, Carly?
no.
The headmaster, Izuru Kamakura, has absolutely... He is not, like, a character. He's, like, not...
Don't.
He himself is not involved in anything regarding these games. He's just a person who existed at one point.
In a highly rendered image, in an otherwise completely
Listen,
non-detailed
I'm not
green
saying he's not
room.
significant.
Okay.
I'm saying he, the person, he's not involved in anything. But,
Okay.
like, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's
Alright.
gonna be some stuff.
If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this?
Hajime, did something happen?
Sonia, I think I'm evil, but I haven't come to that conclusion myself yet. Huh?
Now's not the time to zone out.
Sorry, it's nothing.
I don't really get it, but is that all? As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, that's gonna be solved. Is that what it
Please
means?
don't play Monokuma again.
つうかよ
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right?
If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation? Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit. Which means... the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
マジかよ
So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma? Guys, I think we might be World Ender. I think maybe
However,
the, evil
the
was-
Future Foundation...
Oh, sorry. I was just saying again, I think maybe World Ender was the friends we made along the way. I think we all might
Well,
be
but
awful.
wouldn't you say, though, that if they were evil, from their point of view, Future Foundation would certainly be World Ender?
Yeah, but we've
Ender
again,
of their world.
This goes back to the whole thing of the characters that we're seeing now may not be the same as they are outside of whatever fucking situation is happening.
I know, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just so I'm saying because of that, from their point of view, of course, Future Foundation would be World Ender. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I understand why they made that conclusion, but it's also two completely differently named things. Not that that can't happen, but you know.
However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right?
Because we're evil.
Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that.
Even if there are allies, they might not just be allies.
Was this supposed to be like a rehabilitation program and it just got fucked immediately? Like, maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So, what should we do?
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we gotta do that graduation exam, right?
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hope's Peak Academy. About ourselves.
About why the fuck Hajime's here at all. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. I don't think that exists anymore, Kazuki. Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right?
If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means. Well, yes.
He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope's Peak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Nah.
So, what are we gonna do? Cause, can we start already?
But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building. Whoa.
Nice.
It disappeared.
Come back.
Oh,
Come back.
Wait, no!
no more complaints from you. Sorry, my cat's being a little uppity. She's on my lap and I moved and she went, eh?
Aw.
Oh.
Now she's giving me kisses.
Well, I'll just go ahead for now.
Hey, you're already going?
What is that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious?
She honestly isn't thinking about anything.
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. No one will be dying from here on out. I promise.
No. Don't make promises you can't keep.
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. What?
That's... If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Kane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore.
Then, let's get this over with and go home.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later.
With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me.
Sonia took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium. Do we have to comment every time someone leaves the gymnasium?
Yes.
Miss Sonia! Miss Sonia! Please don't leave me! I'll be in danger if I'm left alone! Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more, and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual, peaceful, everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance towards that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Investigate.
Investigate the basketballs.
It's dodgeball.
I don't think there's anything in here. The freaking awesome investigation music.
Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Hey Sonia, what's up?
This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement. Is it just me?
Oh, can we only go so far? I don't know where we're going, so I'm just gonna... Okay, well, the dojo's a place we can enter.
Remember this from the first one?
Again, I only watched the anime, so I don't fully remember a lot of it. A lot of the specific rooms, but... Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense.
Now that's really funny because this is exactly how it looked in the first game, so it's almost as if they're poking fun at themselves.
What is this? It's a history of Hope's Peak Academy, but it's magical girl styled with a thing that looks a lot like Cubey, which should probably be killed on sight. Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this?
Let's start with history first, class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what is the first you ask? It depends on the person.
So just as
Very
I thought,
useful.
Monokuma made this, yeah. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting us out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga. I read that right the first time, and my brain was like, no you didn't, start over. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds, and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
So they tried to create a superhuman. Sounds like they maybe kind of succeeded if we're to believe the guy with multiple talents exists. But not how they were hoping, I imagine. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, these names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
That's weird.
Oh, you're here again.
The thing that's weird is you, of course.
Huh?
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's pretty weird that you actually forgot something like that too.
What do you want me to say?
The ultimate forgetter. That's who we are.
Yo, you
Or-
fucking dude! I can't believe Cole finally figured it out.
Oh my
He
god.
actually guessed Hajime's talent. The ultimate forgetter. I'm saying it because Chase does not have headphones on anymore, so I wanted him to hear that you figured it out.
Oh. I see.
Or did we just pretend to not remember?
The ultimate
Oh.
pretender.
Oh.
Different than the ultimate imposter and the traitor. The ultimate pretender.
Yes.
Alright, based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were on one of those reserve corps students. Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself.
Huh?
You want to be confident in yourself, so you want to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma sometimes, they erase their memories of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I'd know or anything about that, though.
Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected for a reserve corps student.
Rude. Damn it, what the heck? Reserve department. Anything else in here? I'm gonna look at this armor. It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? Hajime!
Beautiful. Meta.
Hajime, the building is literally made of pixels right now, but stop breaking the fourth wall. Kazuichi,
Oh,
you're
Kazuichi.
here now. This hallway, it's kinda creepy. I can't go to places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Alright.
Oh, see, I don't think this is an option for you either.
That's fine, I just was curious. I was like, this is a fun looking hallway.
Yeah.
It is. Like the gloop dripping down.
Yeah. So where...
Yeah, I like this part of the game. It's kind of crazy.
It is-
Yeah.
Hey, go to the right this time instead. Or yeah, go in there. 5A.
Yeah, I really like how this hallway looks.
The violin is back, but you know what else is here? A new book.
Manga.
Done.
This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Huh. Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? Carly's gonna have to get some water after this one.
Yeah.
I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. A student? That man was old as shit!
Well, no, that's not the same person. Now, do you understand what I was saying?
Oh, it's like a
The
relative?
headmaster, Izuru Kamakura, was not a significant player in this little situation here, but the student, Izuru Kamakura, absolutely is.
Okay. Izuru was a
But
genius.
because look at this sentence.
Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop. Oh god, they made him? I mean, we already knew that that was a possibility because they were researching shit like that, which is just not how science works. It's always gonna end badly, but... Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses who possessed various talents. Alright, we have our boring man. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. I get the feeling that didn't last. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. The Because of that, most of the students at the academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy's student council, among the academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru.
So real quick, important info. So basically, Danganronpa 3, the anime, it's partially sort of like a prequel to this game, showing what the school was like for them, and then also a prequel of like what the tragedy was like for them.
Okay.
And one of the big, I don't know specifically because I haven't watched it, but I know for a fact that like him killing the student council is a big part of the show, because you meet the student council members, like they're all characters,
Gotcha.
which is interesting.
However, the incident did not end there. The academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. Great, that always works perfectly. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fire of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. Was that Junko? The certain student?
Yes.
Okay. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganronpa/0.
That's a light novel,
Gotcha.
Danganronpa 0. I think you have access to reading it by having this game.
Oh. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy.
Oh, way more than that, my guy.
What irony. A genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. Talent like that is too regal for society. Like trying to buy a juice with a bar of gold. Oh ho ho ho. You should be lucky that you're incompetent.
Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents? I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. Hajime! Hajime! I'm still not sold on the fact that you're not the big bad and you're kind of possessed by the guy full of talents because you did something stupid. You sure like
Possessed?
to...
What does that mean?
I don't know a better word other than possessed. There might be another man inside of us and not in a fun, interesting way.
Well, but how would that be? He said he wasn't going to participate.
Yeah, but I mean, he also might be, like, asleep or something. Like, I don't have the words to describe quite how this would work.
We're a clone of
But-
him.
Again, there's still literally no reason for Hajime to be here other than him being the big bad, I feel like. Or,
No,
like-
did you not hear what Cole just said? He's got it. We're a clone of him.
Oh.
We're-
We're...
No, I'm being sarcastic. I'm joking.
Okay.
We're
Well, I
not
do
actually-
genuinely... Sorry, I do genuinely have to go get water real quick or my throat is gonna explode, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's fair. I'm
I'm
eating
just
I made, for 4th of July, I made fudgy brownies with coffee-flavored Oreos. Oh, so good.
we all here, or did everyone else also go take a break?
I'm not here.
Gotcha. I'll wait for your return.
I'm too busy eating coffee, Oreo brownies with vanilla ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good. I assume Cole did go leave to do something though.
Yeah.
Alright. I can, probably take my little Stardew Valley sticky note off of my desktop right now. That is not related to what we're doing.
We have a sticky in Chase's desktop because we need to get, what was it, 100 buck meat in 6 days.
Oh, yeah. Gotta hit the mines. The children crave the mines.
Wow. I didn't know people didn't know this. Today I learned 50 to 80% of the population has oral herpes.
I mean, I didn't know that, but it's also not surprising, I feel like.
Well, 'cause it's super easy. One of my friends from high school was like, he's never kissed a girl or a guy or anyone, and he ended up with one because someone he had drank from a glass at a restaurant that wasn't cleaned properly.
Yeah.
It's just that easy.
You have walked into interesting conversations repeatedly today, because we were just talking about oral herpes, and I'm not going to give you any context for that.
Okay.
Back we go.
Yep.
That's
Let's
right,
go.
the reserve department. Here, it said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Tragedy.
What do you think? Do you think he participated?
Probably. I mean, every time he's like, there's no way that's true, it's kind of true, so he had some part in it. But whether or not it was... Well, I assume it was major if he did, but I can't... I still think we might be possessed by a man. For lack of a better way to explain it. So...
Maybe we have his hand grafted onto ours. It's a double
damn it, Cole.
Metal Gear
You just
Solid
keep guessing.
situation.
just keep...
Double Metal Gear Solid, the classic.
It's like one of those
Leave the
things
plot
where...
twist for the game.
It's like one of those things where every body part of Izuru Kamakura had a different talent in it. So Hajime's like, let me just take one, and then a day later he's like, let me take another one, and then it's a full ship of Theseus where we've just grafted his entire body onto ours, and this horrifying nightmare. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? Can we stop making Carly say all of this stupid nonsense out loud? We know what we're talking about.
Nope.
What kind of
You're gonna have to keep doing
How
it.
would you describe it? Maybe it was terrible.
Maybe it wasn't. Who knows?
Man, that's so weird. A voice that was in my head that for sure wasn't mine said this line, and we're gonna roll with it. And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage? Who is that? Also, the amount of times they've made me say Hope's Peak Academy is driving me nuts.
Hope's Peak Academy.
You don't have to use the full name every time. This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries
Wait,
just
what
keep piling
incident?
up. The everything, the tragic incident.
The terrible, often awful worst moment in human history
No.
ever to occur,
No.
Yes.
featuring Knuckles from Sonic.
Knuckles, how could you? Oh god, I was swallowing water right as you said that, and it was a bad time for me, but it was a good joke.
Did you know that Knuckles is a feminist?
Yeah, he
He
is.
is. He says that in the show, right?
Yeah, he
Yes,
says,
wait, I'm
I
trying
may
to find
be a
the...
meathead, but I'm not an idiot, or something like that.
Okay, there should be another
Yeah, I might be a
person.
meathead, but I'm a feminist.
Was that not
Oh yeah, that's
it?
it.
No, we can just go here now. Oh man, we're going in raw.
Raw.
No.
Raw dog in it.
Why is this game
I just
so
couldn't finish it. It was way too much.
unintentionally horny today?
Oh look, there's a hidden Monokuma!
What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Hidden...
Gotta get the hidden Monokuma.
I
Wait,
totally
tilt
missed it.
the desk.
Oh. I don't like that.
I can't believe you can get them on this level. I had no idea.
He's a glitchy little man. Alright, book. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. Nope. Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. Oh, we've got Nagito's swirlies in the background again. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as... Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the reserve course students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading, and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. We're really hitting a full cast of characters that we've seen in 2 different games now. And with this, they
Also, doesn't it look like she has
tragedy.
2 tongues?
Oh yeah, it does.
I couldn't stop looking at it.
There's
Yeah.
some weird shadowing of the uvula.
Yeah.
And with this, they created the tragedy. The biggest, most awful, most tragic. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. We're in a freezer. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
Lawsons.
Oh no,
Where will I get my curry buns?
Hey, hey. Are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you?
Who would enjoy reading something like this?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough! What is this messed up manga?
I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you to not remember that, such despair. It's the Future Foundation's fault, though thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brain.
This incident really happened? And I actually forgot
You
about
got
it?
ice cream in your beard.
There's no way that's possible.
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
I see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Hey, you gotta choose if you want to stay but he's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. There's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps... No, that's definitely it. Tragedy has been added to the truth sections. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? They're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction. Are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then, are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room.
It's no use.
Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Onward. Anybody in the hallway this time? Nope. 5B's open though.
Ooh.
Actually, so is 5A, I think.
I think you went in there already, though. That was the
Yeah.
violin room.
Oh yeah, it is, but I didn't realize that the rooms remained unlocked. No, I should ignore it.
Oh,
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Fuyuhiko!
come here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come on. Sorry, she was getting in my lap. When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. She chose Chase's lap instead. Yeah. He keeps glancing at me.
I wonder why.
It's gonna be shitty either way. So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot.
I don't want to do that either. You son of a bitch, what do you want?
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
Well, there was another thing I need to tell you on this floor. Hee hee, I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you why word of mouth?
You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pot.
We're eating hot pot tomorrow.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
I'm getting
yummy.
really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me?
So that key piece of information you've been wanting. for. Wait, you've been waiting so long for.
なんと
Surprise! It's about ultimate despair.
Huh?
と
Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
実は
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
High school girl?
Lady Junko Enoshima.
There we go. Junko Enoshima.
あのね
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with the charm and humor. And created the ultimate despairs.
ぷぷぷ
Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. There was one really horrible person in that group.
ふざけんな
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
まったくもう
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
あのね
That holds true for Lady Junko. With a charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those at the highest echelons of power.
ふぅ
Her connections were the main reason that the incident became the tragedy in the first place.
So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat?
あ
And what was their purpose?
は
What?
てめえ
Well, like I said, why did they cause that incident? Doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
あのね
It was Junko Inoshima's despair.
Junko.
Huh?
For Junko, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko as. I'm not reading the full name every time. I'm
You're
just going
fine.
Junko.
That's fun.
Junko is Junko.
What are you saying?
ぷぷぷ
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that.
ぷぷぷ
Junko is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
と
Her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. The idea had been slammed right into their minds.
ぷぷぷ
And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko.
It's like that guy that made that church to Sayaka, but in this case it's just like a weird cult to Junko.
Yeah.
It's honestly surprised he chose Sayaka over Junko.
She's not in a lot of gameplay. I don't understand the appeal
There-
of her.
She's got like a cult following, dude. I really don't get it. She's also a freaking bitch.
Yeah.
She tried to get she tried to frame Makoto for her kid. Like she was gonna kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like believers making offering to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko's name. For example,
ふぅ
they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies to relentless mutilation.
Uh-oh. That's not good, because I'm pretty sure we're them.
And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do.
There's no way something that crazy is possible.
あれあれ
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope Street Academy?
Final days.
Somebody.
Because the power to change people's values, it is also the true of famous people throughout history.
Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
もちろん
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide.
Uh-oh. Mass suicide.
All 2,357 students?
Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded.
That's us. One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me?
Well, clearly.
Yeah, you're alive, aren't you?
I don't believe it. There's no way I could believe this. Ultimate despair. Junko Enoshima.
Psycho Mantis.
Oh, it doesn't scare me at all. I mean, hot knife.
Sorry. Psycho Mantis got me.
Junko Enoshima is already dead.
Huh?
Oh,
Why do you know that?
there she is.
What do you know that? I guess we learned that, actually. It's not a weird thing to know.
I think you're done here.
Well,
Oh,
I
you can
can't
ask
leave.
his opinion.
I don't think we can
Oh.
leave. I didn't have the exit. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is really dead?
What, you didn't see? There's a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom.
Bloody classroom? No, wait, what was that you said about the killing school life? Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Oh, this is not a flashback.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't remember him saying that. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. For a manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Junko Enoshima.
The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead.
Turns out that Killing School Life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident.
You get it, Fuyuhiko. You fucking get it.
Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other.
Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us.
Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole.
The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
The students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once.
That's messed up.
That messed up plan was stopped. Junko and Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life.
Then Junko is no more. Why are you silent, Monokuma?
No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore.
Then, who is our enemy? If Junko Enoshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that Killing School Life.
Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake.
But if this is really an imitation, Are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere? Just like the surveillance cameras during the Killing School life? Probably to the Future Foundation, because we're all evil.
Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh?
What? Do you have a problem with that?
そこ
Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
Fuck your stupid drawings, Monokuma.
しょうがないな
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag.
Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
あわわドキドキ
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my chapter route.
I hate that. You're not making sense again.
さてと
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including the information on the outside of the island. Outside and the inside. I cannot read.
You're good.
I raise them flags like crazy.
Alright, let's leave. We're done here.
Carly's had enough. Oh, there's your girl.
Yeah, I was trying to run towards her, but I got stopped by, the Hajime speaking. Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Akane! Oh, I bounced off of her. Holy shit. Okay. Hi. Hi. Hello.
Imagine if this was like how much taller she was in real life.
Yeah,
She
okay.
towers over you. Be great.
I like that. Akane's twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
俺の勘によると
Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer.
Huh? What do you mean? Who?
だから
I don't know. It's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. I love you. I love you so much.
More than Mariah, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's just because I've spent more time with Akane than I have with Mariah. Mariah also got linchpinned between two giant pieces of metal, so I doubt she's coming back.
Yeah.
But she got big honkers.
That's not the only thing I look for. It's a nice bonus, but that's not the only thing.
Just the phrase "nice honk."
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, the 10 commandments.
Looks like Chase's
here.
bedroom.
And Chase really got one of those floating tablets.
Well, he's got the tombstones in his bedroom in the Stardew Valley world.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well, that does say future, and I see the word Future Foundation and human history on it, but this looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Really, Hajime? You think? You feel like you can see something strange? Also, the piano's just glitching. Looks like it's some sort of monument? Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that. The mark engraved in the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Hajime, didn't we already discuss that they are not the same thing, or was that an out-of-character conversation?
Well, they did have it, but I wonder if they were like that they were theorizing it, but this kind of like proves it
I see.
in his eyes.
What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. Person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible that they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko Enoshima rallying them. In a worst-case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. So it is a program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students. Was that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who is part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. The Academy's survivors is here. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma is around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma. If he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest mess of the ones who are carrying out the will of Junko Enoshima and are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there are still so many mysteries. I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, you're on the 4th floor now. It said 5th floor before. So, I guess it's all gonna be a little different.
Is this just a roundabout?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What, we already... That was the
Yeah, that's where you just
room.
came from.
Right, just making sure I didn't miss a really obvious turn off there.
We'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. Oh, here we are.
Yeah, but see, there we go. Teacher's lounge. Perfect. Oh, look, there's your boy,
Oh, great. Oh.
Zuru Kamakura.
Sorry, I didn't notice that at first, and I thought you meant Kazuichi, and I was like, that is not my boy. I do not claim him.
I hate him.
I was
Oh,
like,
look, everyone's name is on the thing, even Chiaki's.
List of subjects. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go chug some juice so I don't die while Cole is also away.
Yay! Natsu, can you pull the water for me soon?
Wait, what? Yeah, that's the was like
Can you boil water for the neti pot soon?
yeah. I for the wrong headphones. I didn't hear what you said other than just water.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. I also got Pop-Tarts, so I don't die.
What flavor?
Well, okay. I don't want to say, but I will. It is completely unfrosted strawberry, which I know
That's
people hate, but it's also because I've had diabetes since I'm 2 and I don't really like sweet things because I only ate sweet things when I was dying. So,
I mean, I like the strawberry one, and I don't think I've ever had the unfrosted, but I don't see why it would be bad.
people get real up in arms about it when I tell them usually, do not do that to my nice chair. Sorry, cat. People get real up in arms about eating a Pop-Tart that is unfrosted, I've found out. Why are the names, like, grouped like this? And, like...
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason.
I don't...
That's not me, like, trying to be coy. I really don't think there's any specific reason.
Gotcha. It's only partially because I don't want to be in the same grouping as Kazuichi as Hajime.
Yeah, but Chiaki's there.
Chiaki is there. Chiaki should be there, but I also feel like if Chiaki's there, Nagito should be in our group as well. Just like the big 3.
Yeah, Nagito's with Gundam and Ultimate Imposter.
Like, if anyone should be together besides
The
three
three
of
hottest
us.
ones.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Wouldn't you agree, Cole?
Well,
Yeah.
you don't have Akane in
Yes,
there.
yes, see? There you go, there you
You
go.
don't have Akane in there. I don't...
I said the 3 hottest guys.
Oh, okay. I thought you said ones, and I was like, I have my...
Well, because look, Akane's grouped with Sonia and Peko, the 3 hottest
That
girls.
is, that's true. That is true. This feels different from a classroom. It's probably the office, right?
It's got Minecraft flowers.
I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it, and all of these flowers hurt when I touch them. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that.
Yeah.
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Also,
Both
have
of
you
it's
noticed this fucking hologram, my guy? Also, hang on, what is this?
Oh, you're gonna flip. You're gonna freak out.
There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that are names I've seen before. Why do we have Shitty Girl? What happened?
Look at her.
Why is she older?
Huh.
She grew up? There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hiyoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? She doesn't look like an asshole.
Also, I love how it was in her name was in Japanese before, but then they just blurred it out and put English over it.
Close enough. They also just put future in the corner. They're like, that'll get the point across. It says Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't mean the same Hiyoko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew. She was much smaller and looked much more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way, I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hiyoko we knew. What does this mean?
What?
Oh shit, it's my character. I took a bite of the Pop-Tart.
No.
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hiyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An
What?
older sister with the same first and last name?
だってよ。
That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
あ
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
使うよ
He doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Saionji family's only daughter.
あ。うん。
She doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance.
何言ってんの
That's Hyoko.
Huh? What are you saying? Yoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was
Whoa,
famous for her...
dude.
Yeah. She was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
さあ
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt?
What are you saying?
Now you've seen the first game, Carly. So what's going on here? Why does she look so old in that picture? And why is Monokuma showing it to them?
Well, I don't remember a lot of... I also haven't played the first game. I watched the anime, so I don't know what I've missed. But,
Let me recap for you the important bit. So when they were like, "Oh yeah, we're here, and this is our first time in Hope's Peak," Monokuma at the end was like, "Psych, you'd actually been students here for 2 years, but your memories were taken."
Right.
And if you think about it, if you're 15 and 2 years later you're 17,
That's a lot
and
of
you
time.
always looked very young, but then had a huge growth spurt, you get what I'm saying?
right.
He's trying to show him that like a couple years, it wasn't
passed.
like they lost their memories for like a month.
Right. It's been a while. She's already
But
dead.
she didn't look that way, did she?
Right, when she died, so none of this is real either. Presumably.
Yeah, so that should kind of cinch it for you.
There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
She did though. Just like how Nagito had a woman's hand.
Yep.
今日は白い気
Well,
分
regardless, all the clues I've provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
どうなってんだ
Oh, what the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hyoko in this newspaper... Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist?
おいおい
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Uh-huh.
やべえなこりゃ
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did the experiment change Hyoko's body? Ah, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
どうなってんだ
What's going on? It better not have anything to do with time travel. Alright. Bastard. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says, Hope's Peak Academy founder, Izuru Kamakura. The founder of Hope's Peak Academy, and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Doesn't
He just said it twice.
Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. Ew!
Oh, look
It's
at
even
those
further
eyes.
rendered. I hate that.
Look at his hair. He looks like Farquaad.
He does.
He kind of got the Farquaad cut.
We do. I think there was another hidden Monokuma over there. I don't think it's gonna let me check. Well, maybe. There are letters floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko Enoshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps, there is still a leader on par with Junko Enoshima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. It immediately eliminated. Does that mean this is in order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily.
Okay. With this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor.
Yay!
Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage.
Next stage? Was it a hidden Monokuma? It was.
Hey.
Hell yeah!
マジで
Machide. I say that to Mal all the time when she talks to me.
We're going down. Damn it, not again. The hallway is different from the last time. I guess when that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a different hallway than the last. But how can you do that? No, now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just going to waste my energy. But we're gonna think about
He's
it every
clearly
time we're in a new hallway.
He's clearly using the Tomar Emeralds. Their power is
Tomar
very
Emerald.
mysterious.
Hidden Tomar Emeralds.
That's where we came from. Ignore Carly as she gets confused by directions. Is that not? I thought that was where we came from. What?
No, you came from the left.
Yeah.
You just started in the hallway. So you didn't come from a room, you just kind of spawned there.
Am I stupid? I feel like I've already went.
No, keep going to the left.
But we were just
Keep
here
going.
and there's nothing here. Oh.
Is there not a hallway? Yeah.
There is. I thought it was glitched out because of that thing we just passed through.
Whoa.
Yep, that's fine. All of this is fine. All of this is good, in fact. I like this. This is great.
This looks like it could be like in the Stanley Parable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that game.
It's so good.
Oh, we're in Hopeful Peak. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. All of the pool balls are floating. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school.
Yeah, but it did.
It did indeed. It's a file with Hope's Peak Academy's seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms, and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope, huh? Okay. Carly's throat hurts. This hologram again. What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. Can I have one of you read this while I scarf down
Yeah.
a Pop-Tart for diabetic reasons?
Yes,
Of course.
I'll read it.
Thank you.
Regarding the report we gave to you the other day,
We have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring 15 of them, all 15 of them, because of the fact that we were unable to ask them about specific details. It is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. She reported that some were wounded,
So it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigations, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of this killing school game. As for the remnants of despair, there is still no solid lead regarding the matter, and we have no new information to report. We'll continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
So I have two different thought processes on these emails. One of which being that they don't actually know who the despair group is made up of, because I'm almost certain that it is us.
Yeah.
So genuinely all 15 of us either were entrusted to the Future Foundation and they're just like, well, we can't fucking tell them. Or we were entrusted to the Killing School Life people, who I think may be kind of one and the same with the Future Foundation. It's a little... I'm not fully there.
They work for the Future Foundation.
Yeah.
That's what the email is implying.
Right. So either the 15 of us were entrusted to them, and they're like, well, we can't tell them that they're actually the bad guys here because they'll kill them immediately, so we're gonna do our own thing. Or, I think the other potential twist here is that we read these emails and the 15 students aren't us at all. It's just like a fully different group of kids, and maybe that's the V3 cast, but I don't know if they knew that they were going to be making a third game at this point, so I can't say that with confidence. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
My, Hajime. If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse.
It's your fault! What is this hologram thing anyway?
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them.
You can even... Oh god, sorry. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
Oh.
Huh. What a funny, interesting thing to say, Hajime.
Huh.
Well, who cares about me anyways? That's not important at all.
There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Alright, time to leave.
Time to leave.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. That's clearly the
Alex
most
the
important
8-bit
thing.
bug.
Yeah. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. Woo!
Fun.
Oh no, my love!
Oh god.
Oh, you're fine.
It's close. It's very close. Someone... It's coming.
Akane's twitching her nose and examining her surroundings.
You're definitely really close. At least that's what my gut's telling me.
Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally?
Let's see. My gut feeling is... They're both.
Fascinating.
He's right, they're both.
Huh.
Both? Well, if we're evil, they were technically our enemy. It's the Killing School Life gang. But also an ally to us as we are now. Both? What do you mean?
I don't know any details, it's just my gut after all.
Well, that's true, I guess. I love you. There was another glitch over here. No, there wasn't. I'm already confused. What? So, okay. There's nothing down here, is there? There is.
Oh, right.
Pool.
The pool.
I can't enter it. That's apparently not a room that we can go in yet.
Alright, so why don't you go to the right this time? Yeah, over there. Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Left. Yep. There you go.
Library.
I don't know if I'm super delayed or not.
You're a little bit, but it's okay.
Library.
This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it.
Like a hidden Monokuma.
Is there one?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was like, did you see something?
No. I was just like, that'd be a good spot for one.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't think that was gonna be anything, but I fucking missed the giant hologram in here because the floor is green and my eyes were just like, nope. This hologram again. There must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue.
The Future Foundation, 14th Division. Makoto Nagai.
Naegi! Tell him Naegi.
Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is seriously an act of treason. Do you understand?
Whoa!
Oh,
Why are you protecting the remnants of despair?
Ooh.
It should be abundantly clear that to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive.
Ooh.
Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to.
Ooh.
Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to this world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideas, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return to the remnant of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of the future filled with hope.
what does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation?
Oh shit!
Uh-oh. We can leave. Yes.
I just can't stop thinking about the Oingo Boingo song with Whole Horse in it.
Is there anything down here, or is this a long hallway of nothing? To be,
Oh,
or not to be.
that's the question.
Well, I think it's not to be on account of the fact that none of this can be fucking real. Is that a Aoi swimsuit? Huh?
Yeah, and look, there's Junko on the table.
Oh yeah. Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in a laundry room.
Hey, laundry? Jesus Christ. I was in laundry rooms have schools. Schools have laundry rooms.
I mean, the dormitories certainly do.
Yeah.
This looks like a tablet computer. Looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. The Neo World Program. Neo World Program. This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World Program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. PCS. The Neo World Program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World Program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized.
Okay, this is the first time where I've watched this game be played through where I knew this, but I'm pretty sure the ultimate therapist and the ultimate neurologist are members of the student council I mentioned earlier. At least the neurologist guy is.
Ultimate programmer is Chihiro, right? Or am I...
Yes, yes. That's definitely Chihiro. I did know that from, like, my earlier playthroughs of this, but, like, didn't know what I knew about the show at that point, so that just kind of threw me off guard. It's like, no way.
Were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows its subject to experience a synthetic virtual world. Okay. Yeah, we're in the fucking Matrix computer. Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of... Okay. So they are trying to rehabilitate us.
Dude, I was harping on that. Remember how Monomi was always like, you have to have hope and learn to get along and make friends. And originally she was like, collect the hope fragments and become friends with each other.
Yep.
All makes sense.
However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program.
Oh my god.
But if you
Jesus,
die,
that went flying.
If you die in the game, do you die in real life, or are we gonna wake up and everyone is just there, and we have to deal with that?
Oh, hey, Nagito.
Like, hey, you sick fuck. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? So does that mean Chiaki was a program then? Because the way she was talking, she was like, I was created, and also I physically cannot tell you about the Future Foundation. So it seems like she wasn't...
She seemed... So they talked about the ultimate programmer, right? And that's Chihiro, right?
Yeah.
What is Chihiro known for doing in the first game?
Making AIs of characters. So it's...
Yes. So Chihiro, for your information, Cole, made an AI of herself in the first game. So even though she died in the second chapter, the AI was assisting them until the AI was actually destroyed in Chapter 5. Kind of like how Monomi was destroyed in Chapter 5 in this one. She was on a laptop and it got crushed. And if you recall, Chiaki mentioned something about her and Monomi's father. Because something else to keep in mind is Chihiro is Amab. So it makes sense that she would be referred to as father, not mother.
Gotcha.
But yes, yeah, there you go. You got it.
Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. Don't give in to despair, you stupid, dumb fucking idiot. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is... despair. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm not screaming at 9:21 p.m. in my apartment complex.
Not like your neighbors.
Not like my neighbors who may or may not be killing each other. Unclear. I am starting to accept that. There's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
I'm gonna raise more flags in order to clear my character route.
Now, Cole, just so you can be in the same terrible boat I'm in, as Monokuma popped up, he said "ii kanji," which means that feels nice.
Oh, yeah, he certainly does.
I don't like that.
He says it a lot.
I know, but usually it's about murder, but he's talking about clearing a character route, and he got all weird and sweaty about that earlier, and I like it not at all. I hate it.
Now then, despair is waiting for you.
Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up. Including me, too?
None of you guys were ever real to begin with.
Oh, damn. Let's leave.
Also, alright, so let me ask you guys something. What does FTM stand for?
Yeah,
Female to male?
Yeah,
Right?
That's what I'd
But
say.
I learned recently that for a certain other type of person, it means only first time mom. So I was reading a Reddit post and I was like, she was like, I'm blah 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 FTM, and I was like, oh okay, blah 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 blah, and then I'm like, wait, this is just about like her bitchy mother-in-law. What? Oh, first time mom.
That's okay. Sorry, I had to get off of that screen while you were talking, or it was gonna, oh no. The
Oh.
flashing, seizures are not common in my family, but I know my mom has gotten one, and flashing stuff can sometimes fuck with my head, so
Damn.
this hallway.
Let's just speed through it then.
Yeah. When we first arrived here, I walked down this, is there an actually option to turn that off, I wonder?
I don't think it is. I think you just gotta power through it, but it's just gonna be the same bullshit.
Okay.
Like, nothing he's saying right here is important. Just power
Oh,
through.
This part is fine. It was actually the flashing of the Monokuma sign in particular. I don't know why it's different, but it is. When-
Oh,
when
well, yeah, again, I don't think that's like a setting. I think it's just the actual game.
Yeah. When we first arrived here,
Supposed
I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I'm sorry, Chase, I cut you off.
No, I was all I was to say is like reality is kind of supposed to be breaking down. So
Right. I don't really see a resemblance, but... Oh,
Oh god.
okay. There was a...
You're clipping through the wall.
Nice.
There's Sonya!
Oh, yeah.
あのですね
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect?
Yeah. Huh?
Hee hee. The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite. Which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions. If the brain believes something is real, it will become real.
Why would you bring that up all of a sudden?
Huh?
あらら
Huh?
あの
I am not sure. I do not fully understand.
What the heck? Alright, bye Sonia.
Okay. Great.
Is this... I assume that's locked, okay. There was just a giant X on this...
Oh,
You...
he
Menacing.
looks so ominous. I love when he's just there.
yeah.
The moment you discover that the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, the classic.
The big object.
Mm-hmm. Love that line.
Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? And the moment I looked at that object...
Whoa!
Oh.
Oh my god,
Chihiro!
There you go. Not female.
Not it.
I don't know, should I be
Entirely-
Chihiro?
Sure.
Welcome. Welcome to the Neo World program.
A person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place?
I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego.
Your
That is the name my
didn't
master
die.
gave me when he created me.
Alter Ego didn't fully die.
Yay!
It can talk. But what are you? Alter Ego. Artificial intelligence program.
I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. You remember when Monomi's like, I got this magic stick, and then Monokuma stole it, and she's like, no, now I have no power, and he can make all these changes and do all this stuff. It's like admin privileges.
Uh-oh.
Literally.
Oh, hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, it's that feeling from earlier again. This floating, like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground. Like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program?
The Neo World program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island's cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be, mostly Jabberwock Island. So they are on the island.
Okay.
Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, this school you're in. It appears this space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you, too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program.
Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths. They're all just fiction? Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me, I say out loud after thinking it the first time? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place?
The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope.
A program for creating hope. But the fact that we're here and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right?
Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory.
Ominous.
Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world.
Removing memories of any time period you set it to. So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right?
That is a mystery to me, too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope Peaks Academy while it's still in its experimental stage. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid Deadly Queen has already left his mark on the boy.
Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally?
I'm sorry. I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this.
I love that on the right-hand side it just says not female.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, what the hell?
I-
So they're trying to make it very clear, like, this was never a woman.
Yeah. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus?
Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors.
2 monitors.
Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students.
Of course.
They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they'd seem the same as everyone else.
What kind of authority does the teacher role have?
As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But, just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death.
What is that virus?
I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities.
Also, we've apparently gained 5 levels in the time we've been in this space. I only just realized
You've been running
that.
around a lot.
Yeah.
No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience.
She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock in the funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means the supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this Alter Ego?
I just want to remind you something real quick. Do you remember Chapter 0 when the guy who was talking to Nagito was like, I'm bringing a piece of Junko with me, it's in my pocket right now?
Oh, the virus?
Yeah.
If
There you go.
Alright. If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one. That's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program?
The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it.
And it was us because we're possessed by that man, I think. Physically.
Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility, and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened.
It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility? But the only person who could enter that facility is someone who is a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Oh, sorry.
Oh, whoa.
It just said,
but
but.
it's yeah. But that was the most important part. It's true that the virus is powerful, and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it.
Sorry, typically after they had given us the truth bullets, we were free to roam around again, so it was clicking willy-nilly.
I think it's just because like this part isn't gonna have truth bullets, but it's still just like important for you to know for like overall plot.
Gotcha.
But I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So, it has a limit, too.
A limit?
If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as... In order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure, and... Oh no!
Oh, no.
Okay. Maybe you're just a god in the machine. That's enough hints from you.
Probably said ghost in the machine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you're gonna say something more. Suppose that you exist between life and death of yourself is inevitable, so it can be parallel to...
Okay, we're just... Nope.
Yeah.
Whoa! I like this music.
Death.
Hey?
Death. It's goofy asses.
Okay. Oh, hey,
Oh,
it's
shit!
Naegi. What the heck? What just happened?
Oh, Cole should be Naegi.
You're right there, aren't you?
He sounds just like Nagito.
Someone is right there, right?
Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side?
Currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we are forced to watch you this entire time.
Oh.
Huh?
The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it.
Forced to watch us?
I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Ultra Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope.
It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just, who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally?
Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. That's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys.
Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us?
You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037.
Yeah, Leon. 11037. That's the number we found at Nezumi Castle.
The door to the ancient rune was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password.
Because he's a shithead.
Anyways, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Yeah. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma.
Even though she was trying to set me up to be blamed for the murder.
You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that you will okay.
Oh, that's a weird one.
I'm trusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they're going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get here, or get there.
Oh, he's
Because
coming.
I have a secret to defeat them.
Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma?
The worst case scenario, when an observer who has the role of teacher has gone rogue, I have prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence.
Forced shutdown sequence.
Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this all so you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means, even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of the people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. That's alright.
Whoop.
Oh, it said it right there. There's the number.
8.
He needs 8.
8. Oh man, still tripping.
Yeah.
What was that just now? Hey, how's you made? What was that weirdness just now?
Nothing really.
I see. Oh well. Anyways, that's all the hint you're gonna get. That no good artificial intelligences tell you any more useful stuff. Oh, useless stuff. I'm gonna butt in again.
Did Monokuma not notice what just happened?
It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here.
Hey, about that guy just now.
There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me.
I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now.
You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best.
Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear, but still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings, too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't that all be meaningless, too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? Oh, hi, Goblin. Are you crying? 11037. Shutdown sequence. Alright, let's get out of here. You can't stand on the keyboard. That's not...
And especially not the escape key.
Yeah, God, he
Oh,
loves
ding
this
dong,
game.
bing bong.
Ding dong, bing bong. Okay, well that didn't mean you had to leave entirely, but sure, bud. Oh, he's voicing
I'm
it.
getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Time for the graduation.
It's
Yeah, the
time for
graduation
the-
exam.
Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Help Street Academy.
He's saying the lines, Cole. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
Harley
good.
was really trying to communicate.
Yeah.
It's a pain to read when the screen is doing all this. I didn't want you to feel like you had to. A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. I need to just focus on that. Not this red door, or is it?
No, that's a red no zone.
Oh, it's the giant. Okay. No one saw that.
It's the door
We
to
don't
the
know.
trial grounds.
Yep. He means this red door, right? Do I just have to go in here? If I do that, will this be finished?
I need to be finished. My sinuses are fucking killing me.
Will this take us to the actual... This is the trial door you said, so presumably that would be a good stopping point.
Yes. I figured so. So yeah, think of this as the investigation. So now
Okay.
it's time for the trial.
Last
Yeah.
trial ground 1. Huh? This place. Shall we call it here then?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Next time
Alright.
we'll start the trial.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're all evil.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
We're all doing good.